What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Some big things in the works today. We are starting a new build out series on the 4Runner, and new year, new build out, I guess, because we're right here at the end of 2025, and yeah, doing some kind of thinking back on the layout and on the build out, as we had a good chance to, a good opportunity this year to kind of put the drawer system through the test, and put the 4Runner kind of through the test on layout and usability. And while the setup was fantastic, it was a great way to kind of get our feet wet with drawer systems and kind of the DIY building of it. The logistics of it, your usability, while good, we need something a little bit more robust. So with that, and then especially with Abby building out the Tacoma, after getting the Lone Peak and all that, and seeing how that build process worked and how he was able to kind of customize that to what he needed, that kind of got my creative wheels turning on. Okay, how can we make this, how can we use extrusion and those type of materials to better fit the 4Runner? So with that, I threw the drawers on Marketplace. Within a couple hours, someone has already expressed some interest in them. Actually, not someone, I think I've had 8 or 9 people express interest in them. So I've got someone on the way right now to pick them up. And yeah, once these drawers are out, we'll start the build out process of the extrusion for the 4Runner. It's going to be a little bit more robust than it is now. Space wise, it'll still take up the entire rear portion of the 4Runner. And then also something different that I'm doing with this one is, since the second row is a 60-40 split, we're actually going to we're looking at deleting the 40 portion of the second row and turning that so that front portion will be kind of like our media hub, our media charging hub and all that. So that'll have a secondary battery in it along with the inverter off the batteries to charge not only the secondary battery but the Jackery and our other mobile power stations that we have. And then that cabinet, so that'll basically be like a cabinet that'll have fast charging USB-C ports. It'll have the control panel for we're having that secondary battery. We're going to be able to do some lighting and stuff back here. So they're lighting here in the back of the 4Runner, lighting in the cabinets and stuff. So yeah, that second row will have the battery, the media, charging, all of that. Back here in the back portion, we're looking at, so here on the driver's side, we are going to do another small drawer for the Blackstone, so the Blackstone slide out that way. When I do occasionally cook, or if I'm out solo, I can still kind of cook undercover. Having the Blackstone over here, the way that this drawer system worked is, if you didn't see our install video of it earlier this year, this drawer slides out here on the right, and then there's another slide out here on the left, which is great. Like, it's nice because it gives you counter space and prep space, but you're kind of more in the elements. Even with an awning, you're still kind of in the element, and so I wanted that extra protection of, if I am using it, it can just slide out, and it's also less wear and tear on the drawers. So we'll have a Blackstone slide out here for the Blackstone, and then above it, we're going to do a cabinet, almost like a utility cabinet that'll go basically deep into kind of towards the media cabinet, and that'll hold like our camp chair, our bucket, and whatever else miscellaneous things we have, just so that they're not, when we're driving and you're to and from camp or on trails and stuff's not just flying around the back of the truck. On the right side, we're going to do a smaller drawer, probably about half the size, and that will have basically the camp essentials. So, dry goods, silverware, plates, cups, paper towels, things of that nature. And then with a fridge slide, either just a standard fridge slide out, or potentially I may look at getting a drop down fridge slide, that pulls out and drops down for the 70 liter Ironman dual zone that we have. So It's funny seeing how all this is morphed. Originally, I was actually going to sell that because it's massive, but it's also super nice having something that big. So when we do longer trips, we have storage for the food. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, just quick little brief intro. I wanted to film the intro and kind of say my farewells to the system before it got taken away, and or goes away, not taken away, but yeah, before it goes away. And yeah, so with that, let's we'll fast forward now to the actual starting the build out process, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so we got the saw all set up and our little shield for the shavings. And then we double checked all of our measurements. And so just real quick, so there's gonna be a cabinet above the fridge here. And then there's gonna be a drawer for the Blackstone here, and then like a utility cabinet that's gonna have like their camp chairs and everything else that I talked about earlier. And then right behind the driver's seat, that'll be where our secondary battery and the media cabinet or the media like station is going to be at. So with that, ready to start cutting? Let's do it. All right. All right, so back here, day 3 of the build out, and as you can see, we have it coming together pretty good. The battery is installed and hooked up to our switch panel. Here on the side, I'll go on the side, let me see. So battery is hooked up to the switch panel. Yes, battery's okay to be on the side as far as we're aware. We did some research, and because this is not a liquid battery, it is okay to be like that. We still might eventually stand it back up, possibly, but all the research that we've done so far has said that it is okay to be on its side like that. So for now, that's just what we're gonna do. Just because with the limited space we have, we're trying to maximize all of the storage space. So battery is hooked up as of right now to the switch panel. We still haven't attached the Blue Eddy Charger 1 to it yet. That'll be coming in the next couple of days, more than likely. But I'm just gonna see here the media hub and all that is coming together. So the bottom area here, this bottom area here, we're gonna be using, I'm gonna grab a couple of these little similar, these like black fabric storage totes. Those will fit actually perfectly down here, below here. I can fit 2 down there. So those will go down there, and that'll have some of our chargers and like hand warmers and gloves and things like that in there. The jackery will live right down in this area as well, so that way it can still be easily accessible, you know, taken in and out. And then yeah, up top here, so the utility cabinet, just real quick, so just to refresh my memory for layout, so the fridge, our 72-liter Ironman dual zone will go here on the passenger side. Above it, from about here up, we're gonna have a cabinet, like a small, like almost like a kitchen cabinet. It's basically gonna serve as our kitchen cabinet, so that's where like utensils, plates, cups, miscellaneous kitchen stuff, smaller camp supplies will go in there. On the left here, so this little bump out, this is going to be a drawer here. It's going to be a drawer, and this is going to have the Blackstone that'll be on another slide out here for the Blackstone. And then above that, here in this space, this is going to be, we're basically kind of like our, you know, garage or like, you know, storage closet type thing. And so this is going to have, we're looking at potentially doing like a smaller propane tank, and here, and that way it's plumbing, it'd be plumbed into the Blackstone. That's a possibility, but also too, we're going to use it to store like our camp chair, like the camp chair and like camp table, and then diesel heater and just miscellaneous stuff like that. And that cabinet will extend. We haven't put it in quite yet. That's going to be actually on the list today. So the utility cabinet will probably end up coming to like I'm trying to think. Let me go back here. Basically like right here. So we'll do another set of extrusion going up. And so that cabinet will stop here. We're going to do a little false wall, or it's not really a false wall, but a secondary wall, just about an inch over from that to go up. And that wall, so the panel for the switch panel, that'll be mounted here, and all the wiring for that, or excuse me, no, not the switch panel. The switch panel will be mounted someplace else, but along this wall, this will be where all of our charging ports, outlets, and all that will be. So all that wiring can run down this false wall, down into the actual control box for the switch panel. The switch panel, we've gone back and forth on where we're going to mount it at exactly. I've thought about doing it up here in the left corner. I thought about doing it here in the right corner. I thought about doing it on the wall. That's going to be here, or down here on the bottom. So I'm not 100% sure about that. We're still kind of thinking that through a little bit. But yeah, this is the build so far, and let me tell you, I am super happy with it. It is coming along quite nicely.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to, I'm not sure if this is going to be another episode or just another day in the build series. We haven't quite figured that out yet, but another afternoon, just got home from work a little bit ago, and the sun is out. It's actually warm here in mid-January, and so I'm planning on taking full advantage of it today and hopefully getting a decent chunk of cutting done for the walls and the cabinets and all of that. We'll see what the afternoon holds, but as of right now, that's my plan. As you can see behind me, we already have a couple of the HDPE, I'll put the correct term in the video here, but we have a couple of those side pieces already up that we mounted last night, and so today we're going to finish the rest of that. I unfortunately didn't order enough of that material, come to find out after the fact, after I got here. Thankfully, actually, I was at Home Depot a couple weeks ago working on another project, and I saw some 1/4-inch plywood that actually is going to work really well, and I was already planning on using some plywood for the cabinet doors and the countertop here.
And so I just, instead of just using it on cabinet doors and stuff, we're gonna actually use it in a couple of other areas as well. So we're gonna hopefully the plan today is to get it cut. And then hopefully tomorrow stained, or later this week stained. And then we have a couple exciting things hopefully planned for the cabinet fronts once we get all that taken care of, but we'll see about that. But yeah, build is coming along super well. We have the secondary battery wired in, and that's getting charged up. And yeah, once all the walls and all that, the side pieces are actually mounted, that's when we'll kind of be able to dive more into the electrical and kind of getting all the lights wired up and the outlets and all of those types of things. So yeah, with that, I guess that's enough of me yapping. So let's jump into the build for today. All right, so the first wall that we're doing today is going to be the rear passenger side wall. This one's a little funky because at the point where the upper crossbar and the vertical meet, they're like right on that plastic on the side pillars. So we're gonna have to notch out just like an inch and a half space, so that will hopefully fit in there. And then a little cheat code for when you're trying to figure out where to pre-drill your holes to bolt them in. Take one of your scrap extrusion pieces, and then you can just go basically along the edge, and then you can actually mark here in the basically in the track where that's going to be. Makes it 10 times easier than having to guess. So with that, let's get this notch cut. We'll test fit it to make sure that I cut enough off, and then yeah, we'll hopefully get this one mounted. All right, so you can see here we have our marks. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drill these out. And then from here, you're just gonna feed a washer on the bolt. And then we have a whole bunch of these quarter turn. I don't know if this is gonna zoom. A whole bunch of these quarter turn blocks, for lack of a better term. And you're just going to feed them into the hole. And then what I like to do is just a smidge. Make sure you're doing it right. One, and then we'll go and we'll do it with the rest of them. All right, so all of the bolts are in place there. I'm gonna try to get this mounted in the back of the truck by myself. I'll record it. If it turns out okay, it'll definitely make an episode. Otherwise, it might be the blooper reel at the end, but we'll see. But real quick, before I go and put it in the back of the truck, I'm going to hit all of them with just a dab of Loctite. And then, yeah, we'll get it in the back of the truck. This is going to be the driver's side panel now. I already made the cuts for one of the L brackets that's in the way, and then again for the top plastic trim piece here just outside the hatch. So now again, I already pre-drilled the holes. Grab our bolts, our washers, and our quarter turns and get those into place.
success, I think. Oh, shoot, these popped out, but not the end of the world. Let's see here. Not the end of the world, because I can pop those in as I use the Allen key on them. Hey guys, Future Shane here, editing this episode, and just want to take a second to say that unfortunately, you're gonna see a massive jump here in the video. Unfortunately, the kind of build out of this process took a little bit longer than expected, and then also too, this was all filmed mid to late January into very early February. And good news, bad news. Good news is the end of January, my family welcomed my new nephew, the first grandbaby for my parents, and first nephew for me. And so the time around there was just kind of spent with family and just dedicated to that, spending time with them, spending time with my nephew and all that. And then fast forward a week and a half later, early mid-February, my dad went in for some pretty invasive cardiac surgery. And so again, spent about a week and a half with family, just kind of navigating that surgery and recovery and all that. So needless to say, the goal was to get the build out done before all that happened. And so the first, that first week of February, we were just hammering away on the build out and just trying to get it done as quickly as possible. So unfortunately, filming all the electrical and the lighting and all that just kind of fell through the cracks. So baby is healthy, thankfully. Dad is recovering nicely. Doctors and all that were optimistic. So grateful on all fronts for all of those. Grateful for modern medicine. But again, yeah, apologies for not filming it. We will, in this last part of the episode, we'll kind of cover kind of finished products, or mostly finished products for the most part, and then some after video footage, and kind of just deep diving into the reasoning for all this. So hope you've enjoyed the video so far, and with that, let's jump back into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the 4Runner build series. We have finally got the main storage module in place and completed, and I just wanted to give you, or it's not quite completed, but close to completion. And I just wanted to give you a quick look at how the system is actually working when it's loaded up for a trip. Starting here on the right, we've got our 72-liter Ironman 4x4 dual zone fridge freezer on a custom-built fridge side that we built. It's huge, but it's here at the right side of the hatch, easy to pull out and open and stuff when we're doing grocery runs or cooking and whatnot. Above it, we have this upper cabinet. It's going to be kind of our main kitchen. It's going to be our main kitchen hub on some trips, and it's going to be our catch-all on other trips for other things. But it holds everything from pots, pans, to potentially diesel heater, recovery gear, and all of that. Now, if you look over here on the left-hand side, this is where the heavy-duty organization takes place. So we've got the Blackstone griddle locked into its own drawer down here below. Above it, we have what I'm calling our garage, as you see in some van builds. This holds everything from our rinse kit, camping chair, camping table. We have our bucket for Mother Nature when she calls. Behind that, fire pit and all that. So this is fantastic. You'll notice the cabinet doors are missing right now. We're actually in the process of finishing those up with some finish work, but we should have those done shortly. But yeah, even with those still missing, it's coming along quite nicely. So up next, we'll jump up to the media hub and we will go to there. Now, let's move inside what I'm calling the media hub. This is the brains of the entire operation here in the 4Runner. The heart of our power system is right here. It's the Renogy DC-to-DC charger. This unit is what keeps our secondary lithium-ion battery topped off while we're driving, so we never have to worry about the fridge or lights or gear that we have charging dying while in the middle of nowhere. Right above it, we've integrated this custom switch panel It gives full control over our exterior and interior lighting. Plus, it's got built-in USB hubs all around this media hub. So we've got 2 here in the bottom. We've got one up here behind the keypad, and then we also have one in the back cabinet that will keep devices charged up. Great for lighting, string lights and all that around camp. This section is still a little bit of a work in progress. We're currently in the middle of fabricating some 3D printed storage solutions, custom mounts for the drone, camera gear, things like that. The idea behind this is it's just everything's going to have a very specific home back here. Down below, I'm not sure if you can see it in frame, but we have the jackery down here. When it's plugged in, it's actually plugged in directly to the secondary battery. And this will almost act kind of like as an inverter for some of our items, like our diesel heater. And also too, it's a portable power station to kind of take around camp. So if we need to plug phones in, plug Starlink in, plug the diesel heater in overnight, the jackery will basically take care of those needs for us. There's still some finishing touches to do around here, but overall, super happy with it. And ready to see how it does out in the field. So, all right. So why all of this? I've gotten that question quite a bit the last couple weeks as I've been showing pictures or things, story on Instagram here and there as the build has been progressing. And the thought process behind this build out, it was kind of it was multifaceted. A part of it was just saving weight, believe it or not, compared to the last setup that we had with the 3/4 inch plywood drawers that I had in here. Those, while they were nice and they look sharp, I loved them. And I hope to the gentleman at the bottom, I hope you're really enjoying them, because I'm pretty sure you subscribed to our channel. It's not long after buying them. I hope you're enjoying them. They were great. They served a great purpose for that season, for that season that we had them, our first kind of adventure season. They were fantastic, but they were heavy. They were kind of cumbersome, and it kind of limited what we could do. This setup, yes, it's very mission specific in some ways, but it's nice because now the fridge can live in the truck full time. The fridge can always be on. It can always be ready. So whether it's Costco runs during the week, or barbecues, with family and friends, or it's a week and a half long trip, out into the backcountry, the fridge is always on. It's always primed, ready to go. And then, like I said, with the other build outs, the other cabinets, each cabinet module can be outfitted for specific missions, for lack of a better term. It's funny. We were chatting as a group, going into the fall and the winter, like, all right, you know what? We all live somewhat close. When it snows and people out here on the main road main roads or side roads by the house, and when they get stuck in the ditch, we're gonna throw the recovery gear in here. We're gonna throw this in. This is gonna be our recovery setup. We're gonna go pull people out of ditches and stuff like that. And we're the same thing. If the Warren Network, if they send out a notice for a group, hey, you know what, we're gonna go. Well, again, recovery setup, boom, done. And so each of our rigs can do, we can go from recovery missions, we can go for camping trips, we can go for expeditions and all that. The thought process behind this was, as we, it's right now, our team, we have 4-5 main guys, that you see on camera. They're in front of the camera, they do some behind the scenes stuff, but we're all either single riders, or we have one that may have a passion that can fly the drone and stuff. The goal as we expand is to be able to have those behind the scenes individuals who, we've got our production assistants who are, they're sitting here in the jump seat in the back. They are, they're the behind the scenes camera crew. They're sitting back here, they're flying the drone while we're driving down a trail, or hey, we're coming to a corner, jump out, run up there, here's a camera, go grab and get that shot as we round the corner type stuff. And they're also in charge of the media hub. They're in charge of making sure the drones are charging and the cameras are charging and all of that. So that way when we get to camp, and they're keeping an eye on the battery as well, you know, on batteries and whatever else they may need to keep an eye on. So that's coming down the pipeline. I don't want to get ahead of myself by any means, but as the thought process behind this build out was, this is the next stage in first do Overland. You know, the Lone Peak, that was a huge step for not only Abby and Mari, but for the brand. That build out was one, it taught us a lot. It's elevated their camping experience so much, and it was only fitting that, you know what, Tacoma got elevated. The Tacoma is built out for those types of missions. Now it's time to refine the 4Runner, get that dialed in for everything that we may need in the future. So super excited for what's to come, and yeah, looking forward to an awesome time with the setup. Super excited to finish it so we can get it out into the field and actually field test it and see what works, see if there's anything that needs to be tweaked with it. But so far, super impressed with it, super happy with it. It's been a lot of work, a lot of late nights and early mornings, and there's been some blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into this build. But yeah, we're basically the finish line's in sight. Definitely excited to get it done and get out into the field within the next couple weeks to field test it and show you guys some more in-depth features of it as well. So with that, I'm gonna get back to getting this cleaned up. We've actually got an event tomorrow that we're unveiling this at, so gotta get this finish getting this stuff dialed in. But I just want to give you guys an update. So yeah, as a reminder, if you're new here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget, subscribe to our channel. Subscriptions, likes, and comments, those all help get our content, whether it's this video or even other videos we've done. It helps get our videos out in front of more people. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a great rest of your day.